Well, it's another beautiful day here in sunny Southern California. Barry Funkhauser here. That's right. Barry Funkhauser along with Joe. Hey, Joe.
What day is it?
I don't know. It's
I
summer.
don't even know anymore. I know it's summertime. I'm really happy. It was really hot this morning on my run.
I think
Well, not really hot, but it was hot.
the official rule is you're not supposed to count days during the summer.
Right.
Oh, please. Everybody's got to count days still. We all have jobs and stuff. It's not like we can just show up and be like, oh, it's not Tuesday. Sorry. No, please. God,
I guess you're right.
what do you think? Like we're teenagers again? Come on, man.
I guess you're right. Well,
I
let's
wish
go.
we were teenagers again.
Let's head on down to Colorado.
Colorado's not down. Colorado's up, man.
Over.
Let's head over. How's that? Okay, let's head over.
By way of Texas. And we'll talk to Bonnie and Taylor Sims today. Hey, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Hi, guys. Hi.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
I'm really confused about our geography right now. So wait, we have to go to Texas first, Barry, and then we have to go up to Colorado? That's a lot of driving. Can we just fly to Colorado?
Isn't that your guys' trajectory there?
That is our trajectory. We came from Texas. We like to say we got to Colorado as quick as we could, from Texas. But
can't we just beat you there? We don't have to go to Texas first and then go to Colorado, Barry. We can just go to Colorado.
I fully support. Come to Colorado.
we did that already. We don't need to. We don't need to go there.
We don't want to rehash.
We did that. We'll just jump to now.
Yeah.
All right. So besides wanting to live at Red Rocks, where do you guys actually live in Colorado?
We live in Longmont, Colorado, which is just north of Denver, a little ways.
It's the opposite side of the city of Red Rocks. Come on, you got to get down into the other side of Denver.
That's true.
How are you supposed to live on the stage at Red Rocks if you're not closer?
We have a Prius, so we have really good gas mileage. It's fine.
All right. So why did you guys decide for your music career? Why did you guys decide to move from Texas to the mountains in Colorado?
Well, I had started, after I graduated college, I moved up to Colorado to start just doing seasonal work. I was a fly fishing guide in Western Colorado. And so I was I'd spend 5 or 6 months of the summer and fall up here, and then I'd go back to Texas, and that's when Bonnie and I met, was after I was still working seasonally and kind of traveling back and forth. And whenever I'd come up the first time, I had started playing music, started a band, and we had started playing gigs and started to tour a little bit and establish ourselves. And then so whenever Bonnie and I met, and then subsequently got together and got engaged,
fell in love.
It was that was my community was up here, and we had already kind of started establishing things, and so and we both liked Colorado more than we liked Texas, so it was an easy jump.
I followed him to Colorado. I came on a spring break from college to visit him, and it was like my last spring break before I graduated. He was kind of like, "What are you going to do after you graduate?" And I said, well, at that time I had these two really great friends that were moving to Nashville from music school. And I was like, I want to move to Nashville with Penny and Katie and go there. And Tay was like, I want you to come to Colorado. And then I just said, kind of offhandedly, I was like, I'll come to Colorado, I guess, if you want to get married or something. And then we went to the mall and bought a ring that day. And so he was like, yeah, we're get married.
That's cute. It really is because Taylor was like, man, we're a bunch of horrible looking dudes and we need a better front person. Bonnie, please come to Colorado. That's what it actually was. I know it.
I actually don't even play music. I can't even sing or play the mandolin. It's just my looks. Just my good looks got me here.
Just your good looks. That's it. You just stand on stage. You don't do anything at all.
Oh, I love it.
I love this love story that's going on here. Okay, so it reminds me of a lot of bands that came out in the last 10 years that fell in love and wrote a song in it. Now, is this latest album your first, or how long have you guys been making music together as an official band?
Yeah.
Well, so
we've been playing music together for 17 years.
Yeah.
So we had another band pre-pandemic called Bonnie and the Clydes that I started when Taylor was still in his other band when we met. he was in another band. So I
Bonnie and the Clydes.
Bonnie and the Clydes, yes.
That is a fucking awesome name. Way to go.
Thank you. I love it. Well, and it was like a really fun band for 11 years. And then whenever the pandemic came, it just felt like Tay had joined the band a long time ago and was in Bonnie and the Clydes. And he is very much like the front person too and sings lead on songs. So it just felt like we wanted to like bring him to the front with branding and use our names. And our sound changed. Like it started as like a classic country cover band, basically. Then we got way into songwriting and recording and went a different direction.
Now it's all about fly fishing and making lures and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Nailed it.
Well, tell me about that writing process. So you guys are a band together officially, and now it's like, all right, now it's time to make some original songs. Who's the writer of the words? Who's the writer of the music? How does it go down?
Well, we both write lyrics and we both write music, and you know, sometimes songs start from one of us will have a nugget of an idea or maybe a mostly fleshed out song, and then we'll bring it to the other and you know, start working on arranging or start
or get chord ideas,
cleaning things up or whatever it is. But
yeah, like edits.
With this most recent project, it was not exactly the first time, but it was the first time overall where we had really sat down and from start to finish co-writing songs together and sort of shaping each song together, because we've always worked very well together, but this was the first time that we really took it on as like this is a partnership in terms of our songwriting process, and because we've both been in multiple projects over the years that have, you know, that we've written songs for, and this was our first time to really collect just the two of us and try and come up with a sound that was just the two of us, really.
And I do feel like songwriting is a very personal process. And so that was true for both of us for a long time, even though we collaborate in many ways and we'll bring each other, you know, a song that's, you know, either like halfway done or mostly done and get input from the other person. It's still like that person's song, whoever brought it. And it's up to them to like take the ideas or not take the ideas, you know, so as opposed to like writing together and it being completely 50-50, more democratic about where the song's going, was really fun. And we have grown a lot in co-writing, I think, because we've co-written in another project with another partner that we have a ton. And so it just like, you get used to the process and start getting into it. And it's actually really fun. So it's just a different skill set. I think songwriting and then co-writing is two different. I mean, they're obviously tangential, but they have their own aspects and qualities that you really have to experience to get good at, or I have to experience. That's how I learn, you know, for sure.
So do you fight like a married couple like Barry and I do?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So how do you,
sure.
So when you guys, I got a question.
If we say we didn't.
Oh yeah.
When you guys disagree, how do you get back to the level playing field? How do you resolve issues if you?
Whoever yells the loudest and whoever storms out last is usually
once Taylor sees reason and agrees with me, then we can move on. Like, obviously, that's when the fight is over.
That's literally how it works with us. Barry just has to wait for me to like come around and stop being a jerk.
Yeah,
it's really how it happens. Yeah.
Patience. A lot of songwriting and partnerships. Capital P. Patience.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Lots of patience
and compromise. Like being good at compromising and knowing that.
Oh, it's a group effort. Why we don't work, Barry. I don't compromise.
I had to learn how to compromise. I will say he's good at compromising.
Barry has lots of patience. I have zero, and I don't.
You gotta teach Joe, please.
Yeah, I gotta teach me. I'm a mess.
I had to learn to compromise and apologize. Those are the two things. Those are the two things I didn't have coming into this relationship. But I'm okay at them now.
Yeah.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Well, you do learn a lot about each other when you're on the road together, and you guys may have felt like the relationship had extra like guys in it at times, maybe when you were on the road. But tell me about that process, taking your music on the road as a couple. I don't know if you've even done that yet. Have you done that yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've done that. We've done that a lot over the last 10 years or so, and yeah, I mean it's not without its challenges, but we're a good team in songwriting and in business, and we travel really well together, and we're lucky enough at this moment to have a bass player and a drummer that are just amazing and really easy to travel with, and so we divvy up the roles. Bonnie does more of the administrating and advancing the gigs, and then I do more of the like logistics, boots on the ground, dealing with the merch, driving, all the hotel stuff, and like she kind of handles all the business of dealing with the venues and the promoters, and then I deal with everything else when it comes to
there.
Yeah, just kind of getting lodging or driving or dealing with whatever it is, so
the kind of sandwiches we need.
Serious. One time
Same priorities, man.
Man, hey, let's not get it confused as to what's really important to us, sandwiches or
sandwiches.
Food on the road is like essential. But no, we literally driving this summer, just recently, we tried to stop for a sandwich. We went to like 4 different places. They were all closed. It was really fun.
I hate that.
Went to the grocery store and I just made my own sandwich, and it was really great.
Yeah, that's the worst part, because sometimes you're driving around, and especially when you get into the South and you get into a new town on a Sunday at like 6 p.m., everything's closed. Nothing is open. You can't get food at a grocery store even.
No,
it's tough. And then you got to don't even try to get a drink. Especially, you might be in a dry county. There might be dry counties all around you. So,
dude, we went to college in a dry county, and the only liquor store was called Waynebo's. Like and it had a big rainbow, but the name was Waynebo, and people would drive out there and get the booze and bring it back. It's just like so dumb. People are just driving to get alcohol.
I know, right? Exactly. When you guys,
nobody's drinking and driving out there. Nobody. It's
nobody. Of course, they don't have drive-through liquor stops out there.
I know, it's crazy.
It's really crazy. When you guys are out on the road, are you guys band life in it, or do you have what are you driving when you're out there?
So most of the time with the two of us, we just cruise in the Prius. Yep. And so it's really nice and really seamless. And when we do the more full bands stuff, which this band that we currently have, we haven't taken them.
It's like we've done like road trips in really Colorado, but we just take 2 cars.
Yeah. We haven't really done like a big long tour with the band. We've done plenty with just the two of us.
Yeah.
And so we cruise in our Prius, and it works really well. Or
we fly and rent something.
Yeah,
we're gonna go.
That makes sense. Because if you're only going out with a guitar, it's easy. I mean, the drum kit to take with you. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, we're very compact traveling. Honestly, I take more shoes than instruments. Like I'm like that kind of traveler. So.
Wow, you pack like I do.
I need options. I need colors. I need choices.
Because you're just standing there looking pretty on stage.
I know, that's right. Part of the job. It's part of the job requirement, boys. Okay, you might be able to turn your cameras off, but I can't. Okay, I put on lip gloss for this.
Sorry.
I'm totally fucking kidding.
So did I, though. So it's makes it too. So you're currently on the road now, man. You're playing the 4th of July, and right now tonight, Thursday night.
Oh man, 4th of July show.
4th of July show.
4th of July.
We play Gold Hill Inn every 4th of July for the last. It's an iconic venue up from Boulder. It's a like 300-year-old mining building. Is that right?
It's not that old, but it's like
I wanted to be 300 years old. How old is it?
Okay, it'll be the oldest building in all of America. 300 years old. It got constructed in the middle of Colorado before everybody else came.
400 years old. It's being continuously occupied. It's
so wait, this is for Twang Fest. What's Twang Fest?
Twang Fest. So it's a little kind of mini one-day festival that they throw up there every year on the 4th of July, and
3 bands play.
3 bands, and they're generally like bluegrass, country adjacent sort of bands, Americana bands.
It's gonna be
there's a big, the Gold Hill Inn is a big kind of dance venue. It fills up. It's such a fun old building that like barely stays on the foundation when you get that place full of people and
it's like stomping
dancing and boogieing. And so it's a really fun time. And all of our fans from the mountain towns come up. We've got a lot of fans that sort of, are kind of on the Denver area, but they live up in the mountains. And so whenever we play up there, we get a bunch of our mountain fans that we don't get to see all that often. And so it always turns into a big party, and it's really fun.
Netherlands, Jamestown, Ward.
Yeah, that's like right up by Sugarloaf, right?
Totally.
Yeah,
yep.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So Gold. Okay, so I am right. Gold Hill is like one of the areas that Kerouac used to hang out in the mountains around there, and like the casino area, right?
Totally.
Yeah, like Central City and Blackhawk.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's a really
magical like a great
spot.
time.
Yeah, it's a magical spot for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's all well and good, but I'm kind of more excited about tonight's show because Joe knows that I'm a beekeeper, and
cool.
You're playing the Bee Hugger Farm Concert Series. All of these shows that you're playing throughout the summer have like amazing names.
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you
they do. Yeah, they do.
We love playing. That's the best part about summer is playing like those outdoor farm dinners or farm concert series.
Absolutely.
Love those.
You don't get that over here. Like, please explain that for the Californians.
Well, I feel like because Colorado, our summers get to like 86, 89. Like, I mean, it gets hot a few days, but it's for the most part, it's a very mild summer. Coming from Texas, I feel like I can say that because I've been in like 110 and shit. So it's like, I love the outdoor shows in the summer. We do a bunch of like town concert series
and they have done like I wouldn't say it's a trend, but it's something that definitely is popping up more and more is these farms. I mean, there are a lot of these small
independent farms
that the organic farms that they instead of just using their space for growing wonderful things, they they'll build a stage and start these series. So there's three right around here, right around Longmont and Boulder that put on these really great kind of small, intimate concert series that end up being 150, maybe 200 people max. And it's family friendly, and they, you could come out early and kind of hang out on the farm. Some of them you could, there's one around here that has a big apple orchard, so you can wander around the farm, go see the animals, and then, get a lot of them will have dinners. You get some dinner and then sit down for the show. And it's kind of an all inclusive evening. And,
awesome.
And people love it. And it ends fairly early. It ends about dark. It doesn't go much past dark. And so people can still,
but remember, dark for you is like 10 p.m. Dark for us is like 8, so it's like you guys get that like the northern latitude sunsets, which is awesome.
Totally.
Yeah.
The late sunset.
Yeah.
But it definitely like at this point in our career, we find, any alternative to playing bars because that's such a classic venue for music. And in reality, like music is everywhere and you can find lots of places to do it. And we love doing, like those town concert series and city concert series during the summer that are like 6 to 8 p.m. Really fun. They're usually free. So then people, buy merch and stuff because they didn't spend a bunch of money.
Barry, we are in the wrong state, man.
Oh yeah.
We got to get out to Colorado for all this summer fun.
I love it. Colorado, they love their outdoors here. Yeah. They're crazy about it.
And it's a rich scene. There's a lot of bands, and it's a really eclectic mix of genres and styles.
Lots of original music.
Yeah, and so it's a great place to be. It's kind of, it is the reason why we never moved to Nashville or to Austin or to LA. Even though we had opportunities to do those things, we always stuck here because it's the scene is rich.
Hey, the mountains of Colorado in the summer are spectacular. Have you ever played a show on the top of a 14,000-foot mountain? You got plenty of them out there.
Never played a show.
Can you go to Independence Pass and do a video for me?
I have the cello player in my other band hikes 14ers with her cello and plays box suites on top of them, and she's done it with like.
I want to get her on, Barry. I want to get her on. talks about
She's
14
dope. I will
pounds
give
of
you her contact info. She's amazing.
Yay!
Like,
Yay!
she's
That sounds like fun.
She's probably busy
Badass.
climbing a mountain right now, though.
She's probably busy. I'm sorry. I'm on the top of a mountain.
She's always very winded.
Yeah. Reception's super bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about writing versus performing. Now, I know they're both parts of this business of music, but what do you like better? And it's a hard question, but do you like the writing or the performing of music?
Man, that is a tough question. Me personally, I think I like performing. But I gotta say, I love performing songs that we've written and worked really hard on, and then bringing them out. But I do feel like I enjoy performing a little bit more. Just getting to connect with people and getting to see their smiling faces and feel their energy. It really gives me a lot. I kind of ride on that for. It fills my tank, and that's really, in a lot of ways, that's what fuels the creativity to go and write more songs and to prepare more, to have have more songs to play for the people and try and write something that they're gonna identify with.
Yeah, for me, definitely an easy question. Performing, hands down. Like I've been playing music on stage. My dad was a career musician, and I've literally been on stage since I was like 3. He played children's music, and I used to, we would go with him. He was a stay-at-home parent, and my mom worked an office, normal job, quote unquote. And so we would go with him to his shows and sing our song and get paid. At first, I got paid 50 cents, worked all the way up to getting paid $3.50 a show. I got like a 50-cent raise every summer. And then when I was like, 10, 11, 12, I got too cool for it because it was my dad and he was like singing the ABCs. And I was like, oh, that's so lame. So then
what do you have against the Wiggles? I mean, come on, your dad was in the Wiggles. You didn't even tell us.
But then I started playing the mandolin and we started playing bluegrass music together. And so then my dad and I started performing together as like a family band. So I've been
so cool.
I didn't write until like college, until my adult life, really like 16, 17, 18 is when I started writing songs. So that was a second endeavor for me. I feel like performing is my like original love for sure.
So awesome. So awesome.
All right, that's good to know. Okay, I'm going to ask you a nerd question now. Everybody put on your glasses because I'm going to ask you a nerd question.
Wait, I think we all have glasses on, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we all do. Hey, look at that. Okay, here we go.
I'm ready for the nerds.
I want to talk about your merch and how that goes on tour. Do you have merch? What is your marketing campaign to the people that come to see your shows? How do you indulge their needs for shirts and records?
Sure.
Yeah, well, we always roll pretty deep with our merch, and we have T-shirts and stickers and albums, and we've had
kinds of stuff.
We've had flasks, and we've had belt buckles,
hats,
we've had panties,
panties,
we've had hats. We like to
cool.
give them a wide variety of things to choose from, and yeah, with this run, we're gonna this will be the first with this new album that's coming out in September. This will be our first one where we print vinyl. We haven't printed vinyl for any of our previous albums,
so that's really exciting.
And so we're stoked about that, and people sure seem to love that. That's in terms of, it's the only growing physical music medium at the moment, and so we're excited to get that out and add that to the merch table, and it's a great way to connect with our fans, and to they always feel like they're supporting us, which they are, but instead of because streaming doesn't pay hardly at all, and radio royalties are at the bottom. Really there's hardly any, and so it's a great way to engage with our fans. They really feel like they're supporting us and keeping us on the road and making new music and getting it out to them.
As they are. Just a reminder out there, if you want to support a band that you like, buy their merch.
Don't
buy the songs on Spotify or anything. Just buy a T-shirt. and a hat, and then buy a T-shirt for your friend. You know, stuff like that. Give the merch booth all of your business, because that almost that directly goes into the pockets of the band.
100%. Yeah, no, it's so helpful. Yeah, it really keeps gas in the tank. Merch is essential in touring. It does a lot. We
use it as like it really is what keeps us on the road and keeps gas in the tank.
It's like the little
tires on the car, like, you know, at least the way that we've structured it. That's, you know, the merch fund is our road fund, and so it's essential for us.
What kind of vinyl are you going to press? Are you going to press like the full album? Or are you going to press like a single? What do you think?
Colors?
Yeah, is it going to be colored, glow in the dark?
Album, and I totally want to do colored. We haven't decided on that yet. We're like, second single is about to release. Our second single release is July 14th, which will be Texas again, and really excited for that. And so we're going to start pushing that single in the coming weeks. But we're working with the same artist for all the single artwork, and they've already done the cover as well. And so I want it to tie in somehow. There's a lot of like blues and purples right now and yellows, which are really cool.
We've got some
purple clear vinyl. Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Amazing. Or like one of the marbled colors. All of the vinyls are so cool.
Yeah. The other one have you seen the ones where they do like the picture? So it's like you can get like the mountain in the background and stuff.
No, I have not.
The vinyl. They could do crazy stuff on vinyl now. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So do your full run, and then do like a specialty run of like we only have 100 of these special purple discs.
That's amazing. That's such a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That is such a good idea. Yeah, no, that is definitely what. And vinyl's a bitch to like transport around, and you have to be careful with temperature.
Oh, it's so heavy.
But it's still like, so it's totally worth it. Records are amazing.
But do not leave it in your car on a hot day, even for like a half hour, because it's going to get warped.
No,
totally.
That's warped. No warped vinyl here.
There's the awesome John Hartford song, "Don't Leave Your Records in the Sun." It's a really good song.
Oh, I have to download that one.
Hey, now that we're talking about touring, and we're talking about getting out there and having them. I got a question for you. If you could sell merch at any venue in the entire world, okay, you'll be playing at this venue, of course, as well.
Ooh.
But if you can play and sell merch at any venue in the United States that isn't Red Rocks, because I know that's going to be your number one answer, which would you choose?
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Going MSG, huh?
MSG is
I'm a sucker for New York.
MSG is definitely up there. I don't know, that or like the Gorge.
The Gorge is a good one. Yeah, a good one in Washington State.
Yeah,
like baby
that one. That one's always been, and I've never seen a show there, but man, the pictures and just what I've heard is just amazing. But yeah, I'd say it's a close one, MSG and the Gorge.
Yeah,
Vegas. I'm just kidding.
Vegas. I actually just for the first time ever in my life, I went to Madison Square Garden a few weeks ago. My wife and I went to Manhattan. We saw Billy Joel. And it was fantastic. So, if you guys can play MSG, I totally recommend it and play. And then you can go get a street dog. It's going to be a fantastic time. Have you guys ever played Red Rocks?
We have. Yeah,
you played Red Rocks. Wow.
Yeah, we played. So we've done it twice. The first time we did it was with a collective of Colorado musicians that we sort of opened up for this Martin Scorsese movie that came out about the Grateful Dead. And so they had, I don't know, there was like 20 musicians, and we all did a few songs.
It's through this thing called Film on the Rocks. So
so they'll show movies at Red Rocks.
And, have a band play beforehand.
That was the first time that we did it. And that's, it was great. It was awesome to stand on that stage, but it's not exactly like a Red Rocks show. And then we were lucky enough in 2021.
Was it 2021?
I think it was 2021. Anyway, at near the end, the fall of 2021, September, late September, we opened up for some great friends, the Gasoline Lollipops, for their show at Red Rocks, and it was just as spectacular as it would seem. It was definitely a bucket
list. It was fun
list.
to play like a whole set,
and
instead of just one song.
Yeah, and we got
you are literally the envy of all the other bands that we ever talked to. Because whenever I ask this question, like 50% of the time they're like Red Rocks in Colorado, like without hesitation. So wow, that's amazing. Twice you've been there. That's crazy.
Well, and it's amazing when you play it because when you go to Red Rocks, you have to walk up all the stairs, and it's like 1,000 stairs. Like you have to walk upstairs for like 45 minutes to get to the venue. but when you play it, you get to drive all the way up, drive, just get out, and you walk right on the stage, no stairs. I loved it. I was like, this is going to do Red Rocks. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. We've made it. We don't have to walk the stairs.
Totally.
Don't have to walk anymore.
Very iconic. One time, Taylor, when we did go to a show at Red Rocks, because we've seen a ton of shows there, and I was feeling tired on the stairs, he gave me a piggyback ride up the entire staircase. People were like so jealous.
Oh, you're a good man.
That's right. Well, if that's what it takes, that's what I do.
He's logistics. We covered this earlier.
I'm transportation guy,
Oh, that's great.
All right, so tell us about the new album or the new song that we're going to play here, Devil in the Deep Blue Sea, off of your forthcoming self-titled album, Bonnie and Taylor Sims, coming out in September. We have a first look at the new single. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, it's, well, for one, we're really proud of it. We're really proud of the song, and it definitely showcases the new direction of the band. It kind of gets us a little further away from our more acoustic roots, and gets us more into this sort of heavier sound for us, and something that we've kind of been shooting for the last few years in terms of our writing, of drifting into more electrified, more heavier sounds for us. But
it's a song we sat and wrote together.
Yeah, it's our first, I would say, complete co-write, where we started from scratch together, from scratch at the kitchen table, and really took turns just being the pilot of the ship, and it just we didn't set out for it to be the single. It just, after the whole project was together and we listened through a few times, we're like, that's the one. That's got the vibe. It's sort of it summarizes the entire project, and we're really proud of it. And we, with this album, this was maybe the first album that we really tried to go for as live as possible in the studio. And so this, barring
like doubling some of the vocals,
the second electric guitar and some double vocals, the whole track was recorded live. We were all in the same room together.
Wow, that's impressive, guys. That's impressive.
Yeah,
this feels better usually.
Yeah, the end product, even though it's a little harder to get it, and you're trying to capture the moment, it can be harder to achieve it. But when you do, man, the final product is so much easier to listen to, and
totally.
It's easier to listen to it on repeat, and just has the vibe. It just captures what we like, why we do this, why we perform.
Because I think me and Tay are both like such performers. We're not like, we obviously have spent time in the studio and can do that as well. But there's some musicians who like love the studio and that's their forte more than performing, and that's never been the case with, I don't think either of us.
Mm-hmm.
We have the critic comes up when you're in the studio alone, when there's no one like clapping for you and saying, good job. So it's right. I have, as a singer, it's like a lot better for me to like sing the song live with the band and like do it in the moment, as opposed to like go back and start getting real like under the microscope with it, because it kind of sucks the life out of it. And I think that's one of the things that is strong about the way I present my voice and my performing, is there's a lot of life in it. So I have to make sure I find ways to maintain that in the studio. So I feel like also for this record, like that was the first time that really clicked for me.
Yeah.
With recording, because a lot of the times I will kind of like try to sing it better, which means calm down a little bit. But really part of like my appeal is that I don't calm down, is that I'm like very high energy, and I like have to, it's hard for me to believe in that, I guess, like when I'm alone, if that makes any sense. But then when I'm on stage in front of a crowd, it's very easy to believe in. Like I have no doubt.
Yeah, because you're feeding on people. You're feeding off people, and they're feeding off you, and it's a circle, and it's a good feedback loop.
Totally. But then alone in the studio, when that's gone, I start to question everything. But I finally have feel like I finally moved past that, which has been really
well. You can also hire Barry and I for studio sessions. We'll just come and cheerlead for you. It'll be great.
You're hired.
Hype man. I love it.
Yeah. And so, this the single was like I said, the single, it was kind of easy to pick that one as the single, and
the first single,
and it meant a lot to us because we had co-wrote it from the ground up, and we both had equal share in terms of what we brought to the table, and then it's, I don't know, it's got a nice, the song's got a nice drive. It's got a nice
punk rocky
kind of sitting on the front end, and it's a good driving song. It's a good traveling song.
Yeah.
And so we're really proud of it, and we're excited to have it out there in the world.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna play it here in a second. Bonnie and Taylor Sims, you guys, I love how you do interviews too. It's like Bonnie's right there, ready to correct Taylor.
Ready.
Right there.
Yeah.
Ready to say it better. She's like, I can say it better.
No.
I love it. I love your dichotomy. Okay, so one final question. And this one may have mixed results. All right, here we go. Would you rather get into a battle to the death with one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? A battle to the death.
Wow. I'm going to have to go with duck-sized horses for me.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like I would fare better. I mean, I think they would still take me down. I don't think I would, I'm not going to say I would come out victor, but I would at least get maybe through 50 of them. And then,
their little teeth and just be gnashing at your.
But I think a horse-sized duck, I don't know.
I would take the big duck because I feel like I could do a Indiana Jones Temple of Doom thing where I just go and rip its heart out, because it's just soft and fluffy. It has no reach with those stupid wings, and its feet are all squatty, and ducks don't have teeth, and horses' teeth scare me, even if they're little. So I picked the big duck.
You had me at Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
The Kali Ma, the heart thing,
Well, you two, thank you so much for spending time with us today, and have fun at the what is it called? The Bee Hugger?
Bee Hugger Farms.
And Twang Fest.
And Twang Fest.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the other side. Thanks for coming on, you guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Caught between midnight and morning, who I was and who I'll be. Caught between the dawn and the darkness, between the devil and the deep blue sea. Between the devil and the deep blue sea. Caught between love and a heartache, so deep it just won't bleed. Between the beauty and the pain, the desert and the